Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, and we're very low energy today. My apologies. I am exhausted. All right, but we're gonna push through, okay? What episode is this? Episode 13. All right. Before we get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. I got an email today from Amy. Girl, I'm gonna respond to your email. Thank you for sending me an email. I don't know. I thought that was so cute. And Kathleen, thank you for your gift. I so appreciate it. I just felt like I needed to show y'all the love in the video. So let's get into the episode itself. Tori is so embarrassing. So embarrassing. Jack wrote her a letter. She calls it a poem, and it was nothing to be excited about.
I don't want to argue with stupidity. Timothy, he's the epitome of stupidity.
I love it when you cuddle me at night. I love it when you put up a fight, like last night. I love the way you make our bed. I love the way you put a grin on my head. I love the way you make me feel. This is a crazy experiment, but our connection is real.
Everything on that letter had to do with how Tori made Jack feel. Things that Tori did for Jack. Not Tori as a person, not Tori's character, not her personality, not her accolades, not her beauty, not a damn thing. Everything had to do with you do this for me, you make me feel. And she was flattered. I'm thinking, girl, what? Flattered by what? What? This is something like a child would say to their mom. I love you because you kiss my boo-boos. I love you because you make my bed. I love you because you put cookies in my lunch. And you're out here giddy and excited. Okay. Lucinda was not impressed by Timothy's display at the dinner party, but he is sticking to his guns. He does not feel like he's in the wrong at all.
Last night was so intense. I felt so uncomfortable.
Did you?
Yes.
My long-term relationships have always been a slow burn. She's got to figure out whether she can do the time.
We're the worst.
What's that?
Everybody's doing all right. We're the worst. Sometimes it's really hard.
To be with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
According to Timothy, all of his long-term relationships, so sorry. All of his long-term relationships required women to do the time. Is this prison? Being with you sounds like incarceration. I'm wondering, will these ladies have a great report? Because it sounds like being with you is such a burden. Like, should I have said that? You know, I'm gonna stick to my guns too. Yeah, it seems so taxing. Sorry, it seems so taxing to be with Timothy. He's like, I have all this baggage. I'm a hard nut to crack. I'm a slow burn. You have to do the time. You have to what is even the point of being with you if you're not gonna give in any way? You're not gonna try. You're just acknowledging this is how I am, and I'm not gonna change. If you want to be with me, you just have to fall in line. No. Nobody wants to be in that kind of situation. I need one of these ladies to come and tell us how that relationship went, because I can imagine it probably wasn't as let me not. Moving on to the couch. Let's just move on. First on the couch is Ellie and Ben. They deserved the grilling. Not even they, Ben. Ben deserved the grilling that he got from the experts.
Ben, why did you say that Ellie is not your match?
I don't know, it just came out.
You have discussed you're a wrong match for me and I'm out of here. So that's as bad as it gets. Do you really want to be here? I've asked you whether you're in or not. What's the answer?
I'm in. Ellie's been nothing but amazing. I just wanted to get away from all the pressure that was on me.
Who here is feeling pressure in this experiment? Raise your hand.
John, of course Ben really wants to be in the experiment. Why would you ever ask him that? He is fully committed to letting us know that he has a travel business and a podcast. Like, this is a marketing strategy for this man, okay? He's gonna give Ellie just enough to stay in the process, but not enough for her to really think that they have a future on the outside. Unfortunately for Miss Girl, She actually thinks they have a future. And I'm like, what? Ben does not like you, Ellie. He doesn't like you. He's trying to find enough ways to say it so it's not super blunt and rude and disrespectful, but, you know, he's saying it. He's saying it without saying it. I don't know why she is so gracious with him. I don't know why she's letting a lot of things slide. She does say that she told him the mocking was unacceptable, but she didn't challenge the kids thing. She didn't challenge the match thing. She's just accepting whatever his apology is and is keeping it pushing. I thought the experts were going to comment on that, but they didn't. Hopefully they comment on it at some point, because no, she's being way too gracious and not for a good guy either. Next on the couch is Tori and Jack. They're claiming that Intimacy Week really progressed their relationship. I don't know what it progressed to, because it seems like to me they're at the same place they were last week.
We had a lot of fun during Intimacy Week. We learned a lot about one
Yeah,
another.
we can definitely say we're closer together.
Absolutely.
I'm just a little, I'm a little more pessimistic. I don't take everything on face value.
The body language all says that you're very much together.
Yeah, I wrote a little poem today. Yeah,
It was
so...
very cute.
Yeah, I think she's a babe. I think she's amazing.
I really wish the experts asked Tori what was in that letter/poem, because I want to know how she perceived those words. Like, does she genuinely think he was complimenting things about her, or does she acknowledge that he was saying it was the things that she did for him? I really wanted to hear that. She says that she's never been with somebody who she trusts as much as she trusts Jack. That is so unfortunate. If this is the best relationship you've been in, I don't even want to know how bad those other ones were. After them were Lucinda and Timothy. Lucinda says that she is humiliated by Timothy's actions at the dinner party, and she has a zero tolerance for that behavior.
Humiliating to stand by somebody that I've been matched with, that last night was very happy to point the finger and not be humble. You want to be the one that's going, your shit, bullshit on that, because I'm not interested.
You're very guarded and defensive.
100%. You don't want to get hurt, you don't want to get used, and you don't want to be made out a fool.
I called it at the honeymoon. I think it was the honeymoon. I said, Timothy is going to drain Lucinda, and she looks drained. Yeah, she has lost her spunk. And unfortunately, it seems like she is set up to be Timothy's babysitter. This guy's a man-child. Even the experts were like, you know, Lucinda really has the tools to... Why must she be this man's therapist? Why must she be his caretaker? That's not her responsibility. It really isn't. Timothy needs to be somewhere else, not on this show. He has no business being married, okay? Lucinda, unfortunately, is saying, I want him to unpack these things because I'm ready. I'm ready to go in. Girl, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. There are licensed professionals who can take on that responsibility. That's not yours, okay? Anyways, they both decide to stay. And I'm like, Lucinda, girl, You don't have to be everybody's savior. I know that it's in her naturally to want to be that caretaker, that nurturer, but Timothy, no. You came for a partnership, and I feel like you deserve a partnership. This is not a partnership. Next on the couch, we have Tristan and Cassandra. Things are going well for them. He's hugging and kissing her more. He said he loved her. And I think the room understands that it was a, like, friendly I love you. But she was like, did you hear what he said? Girl, don't take it like that. Do not take it like that. Jaden and Eden say that they're falling for each other and they both chose to stay. Andrea and Richard, honey, them two are smashing like teenagers. Just going at it like rabbits. You know what? Good for you. Good for you. Some of us wish. So, yeah, love that for them. They obviously stay. Lauren and Jonathan's week was hard. Their week was hard. I will say, I thought Lauren was going to be more of what Sarah is like, but I see Lauren as somebody who's actually trying.
I feel like Jono feels like he's not heard, or like I don't want to hear him. And he's right in saying that it looks like looking at my phone or looking down or not responding. It just seems like he doesn't feel any real like fire or passion about anything that's going on in the experiment or between us.
I hadn't heard the boring one yet. That sucked.
Lauren did say that she wanted more energy from Jonathan, but realistically, if you acknowledge that you're disengaged, you're on your phone, you're not really connecting with him, you're not fully immersed in this process, what energy would he give you? It seems to him like you're not attracted, you don't want, like, whatever is happening. She said, if I act like this, it's probably going to make him feel like shit. So then why act like that? If you know what it's going to do, maybe don't do it. That's a theory. I don't know. You could try doing that. So yeah, Lauren, you can't really expect this man to show up more if you already acknowledge that you're barely showing up as it is. She says that, being vulnerable is really hard for her, but she is trying to be more vulnerable. She says she's going to try to put in that effort. Jonathan is also going to try to put in that effort. I do agree with her when she says that he just puts too much fluff. I do think that he's being a little bit performative. He doesn't say how he really feels. But again, if she's realizing that she's closed off, she shouldn't be surprised that he's closed off too. Then last on the couch, you have Tim and Sarah. Miss Girl really thought that the energy was going to be directed to Tim. Oh no, we're looking at you.
I'm embarrassed at how we aired our dirty laundry in front of everybody. I said I feel embarrassed and I apologize.
To who?
To the group.
He yelled at me. You were behaving in a really aggressive way throughout the night. You're pointing. Your body language was so alarming until you pushed him to the point that he exploded.
To be honest, I guess I didn't see it. But now that I am being called out, I apologize.
I'm still convinced this girl has a man on the outside. I am. She requested Tim to step up, and he stepped up, and it still isn't good enough. Her excuses for why she canceled the date: the first one, I wasn't feeling in it like we were in a good place. The second one, the food was going to go bad. Maybe we should have just cooked it. The third one, oh, I was hungover. And she's acting like being hungover isn't a choice. It's a choice. You chose to get drunk the night before knowing you had plans. Regardless of what the plans were, she feels like they weren't planned adequately. That doesn't matter. You had plans. You chose to get drunk. You ended up being hungover. That was a choice. So yeah, no, her excuses don't make any sense to me. Cassandra asked Timothy if he was afraid. Cassandra asked Tim if he was afraid of Sarah. Sarah got so defensive. And then that awkward hug they had after, I'm like, it's giving scared. It's definitely giving scared. Don't know what Sarah's MO is. Why is she here if she's not even going to try? It looks like she's trying to boost something. I don't know what she's trying to boost. Does she have a business that she's trying to, get out there? No, isn't Sarah the one with the vegan something health lifestyle something whatever? Maybe that is why she's here. Well, girl, after this, we're not buying it. Anyways, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one, guys. I promise I will have more energy. Because, yeah, today was a rough one.